The city of Rome was alive with anticipation as thousands of people gathered in St. Peter's Square. All eyes were fixed on the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, awaiting the long-awaited signal. A hushed silence filled the air as the crowd held its collective breath. Then suddenly, white smoke billowed into the sky. The announcement was clear: a new pope had been chosen. The quiet anticipation transformed into a roar of celebration, echoing through the historic streets. This was a moment that would be remembered for generations. As the grand balcony of St. Peter's Basilica became the center of attention, a figure emerged: Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, the Archbishop of Manila. The golden hues of the setting sun bathed him in a warm glow, highlighting his serene expression. When his name was proclaimed, the crowd erupted in cheers. "Viva il Papa! Long live the Pope!" was chanted in multiple languages, reflecting the diversity of those who had come to witness this extraordinary event. For the first time in history, the Catholic Church had elected a pope from Asia. Pope Tagle's ascension marked a turning point, ushering in a new era of hope and renewal. Known for his deep intellect, unwavering humility, and strong commitment to social justice, he now stood as the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics worldwide, ready to guide the Church into a new chapter. Inside St. Peter's Basilica, the sacred inauguration ceremony unfolded with solemnity. Cardinals dressed in their traditional scarlet robes moved in an orderly procession, their faces reflecting both reverence and anticipation. The rich scent of incense filled the grand halls, a reminder of the Church's sacred traditions being carried forward into this historic moment. One of the most poignant moments of the ceremony was the bestowal of the pallium, a white woolen band symbolizing the Pope's duty as the shepherd of the Church. As it was gently draped over his shoulders, Pope Tagle bowed, acknowledging the weight of his responsibility. He then received the fisherman's ring, a golden band engraved with an image of St. Peter casting his net, symbolizing his new role as the successor to the first pope. At that moment, he fully embraced the divine duty before him. Beyond the Vatican walls, the world celebrated. In the Philippines, streets overflowed with people offering prayers and thanksgiving, their joy immeasurable. Across Latin America, Africa, and Europe, Catholic communities rejoiced, recognizing the significance of this moment. Social media was ablaze with messages of congratulations, with soccer Pope Tagle trending globally. But who was Pope Luis Antonio Tagle, and why was his leadership so meaningful? Born in 1957 in the Philippines, he was raised in a devout Catholic household. His path to the papacy was one of faith, wisdom, and service. Ordained as a priest in 1982, he quickly became known for his theological brilliance and his deep empathy for the poor and marginalized. His leadership was characterized by a commitment to social justice, making him a source of hope for millions. As the former president of Caritas Internationalis, Pope Tagle was dedicated to humanitarian efforts, advocating for disaster relief and global social justice. His warm and compassionate nature made him beloved by many, and his ability to engage with people from all walks of life set him apart as a leader who truly listened. His election as pope signified a shift in the Church's global perspective, acknowledging the growing influence of the Global South. His understanding of interfaith relations, shaped by his experiences in Asia, made him uniquely suited to fostering unity among different religious communities. His commitment to serving the poor inspired hope that his leadership would bring a renewed focus on compassion and justice. World leaders, religious figures, and ordinary citizens extended their well wishes. Many viewed Pope Tagle as a bridge builder, capable of uniting different cultures, guiding the Church with fresh energy, and inspiring younger generations in their search for faith and purpose. His ability to embrace modern challenges while upholding the Church's traditions made him an ideal leader for this crucial time in history. However, great leadership also brings great challenges. The Catholic Church faced deep internal divisions, doctrinal debates, and the pressing need for reform. Externally, the rise of secularism, political turmoil, and economic disparities posed further obstacles. Navigating these complex issues would require wisdom, courage, and unwavering faith. Among Pope Tagle's top priorities were addressing global poverty, climate change, and strengthening interfaith dialogue. His diplomatic approach and commitment to peaceful cooperation would be critical in tackling these pressing concerns. In a world increasingly marked by division and unrest, his voice for unity and human dignity was more vital than ever. Despite the challenges ahead, optimism filled the air. Pope Tagle's election represented both continuity and renewal, a blend of the Church's sacred traditions with a modern vision. His leadership had the potential to inspire a new generation of Catholics, particularly young people searching for faith in a rapidly changing world. One of the most anticipated aspects of his papacy was his dedication to interfaith dialogue. Asia's diverse religious landscape had taught him the importance of mutual understanding and respect. Under his guidance, many hoped the Church would foster stronger relationships with other religious communities, promoting peace in an era of uncertainty. His deep empathy for the poor would also shape his policies. Having worked closely with humanitarian organizations, it was expected that he would introduce initiatives focused on poverty alleviation and economic justice. His focus on compassion and service reaffirmed the Church's role as a beacon of hope for those in need. As Pope Tagle stepped into his new role as the head of the Catholic Church, he carried with him the prayers and aspirations of millions. His election was not just a change in leadership, it was a transformation, a symbol of progress and renewal. His message of love, unity, and justice resonated deeply with people around the world, offering a sense of hope in uncertain times. A new chapter had begun. As the sun cast its golden glow over Rome, the Catholic Church stood at a crossroads in history. With Pope Tagle leading the way, the faithful looked toward the future with hope, believing that his leadership would guide the Church toward a more compassionate and just world.